Hey there, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. Hi, welcome to your reading. I do want to encourage you to always check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a reason. Sometimes the energy is going to show up more for you in one of the other of your major points. And so if this reading doesn't resonate with you, please be sure to check those out. So we are going to look at, with the Astro dice today, we're going to look at Pluto and Capricorn. So Pluto is actually going to get into Capricorn. It's going to back up, and so that approach to go back and do that 29 degrees of Capricorn, that energy will square you when it does it. Right now, it's in the energy of choice and decision making for you with it in Aquarius, and it's going to be there for the next 20 years. But for a very short period of time here, it's going to move back into, I want to say from middle of September, if I've got this right. Okay, so from September 3rd, not the middle of September, from September until the middle of November. So 2.5 months basically, where you're going to have a chance to really explore again through tension. Unfortunately, it causes tension, but it will help you to finger point exactly where it is you're moving through. So think about what has occurred over the last 10 years. 10, 15 years, because that's when Pluto was in Capricorn. And what was the big major lesson along the way? What did you really learn that was very beneficial to you? Because there's going to be highlighted, and it has something to do with groups, because we have the 11th. The 11th house, though, 11th house, if I can speak, is also ruled by Aquarius, where Pluto is going next. And so there is something here about the group dynamics and and how that's all going to shift and change based on your experience over the last 10 to 15 years. So we have here the dragon. This is powerful changes that are happening. Right now we're in the year of the dragon. This dragon is wings spread, prepared to fight. And so I feel like you're being defended and protected. It feels like it's wrapping its big old wings around you to create an area of protection. We have the French horn. The French horn says to toot your own horn, right? It says to create your own music, to sing your own song, that you are part of an orchestra of the world, right? This 11th house. Your voice is important. Your contribution is important. The things that you put out in the world, it's part of the symphony of life, is what they're saying. I love that. It's part of the symphony of life. And so what you are contributing to the world is important. We got the whale again. So fellow fire sign Leo also got the whale. And so there's something here in this energy of maybe it's because of what's going on up there in Pisces, but there's something about the knowledge and the wisdom that you've gained is held in your emotions. And something about going deep into your emotions will allow you to access this information. Neptune is going to next year move into your sign, as will Saturn. They're both coming fresh out of Pisces into your sign. And so there's something there about the knowledge and the wisdom that will be brought forward. If you could tap it now and really understand how you emotionally feel, I think it'll be harder once they move in. Oh, look, it'll stand up. That's fun. Once they get into Aries. So, also understanding what is real and true for you. So we have a bare bones here of a fish. Like something has been picked clean. The completion of something, or getting down to the bare bones of a situation. We'll have to see what the cards say. And then we have this beautiful little heart that's got a rose in the middle. Kind of makes me feel like Beauty and the Beast, right? So what is true for you? What is true and authentic for you? What makes your heart sing? What blooms in your heart as far as the groups that you hang out with, the networks that you are developing? Wow, those are beautiful cards. Okay, there is, yeah, thank you. Overall energy is the card of Judgment. It says renewal. The completion of something has already happened, and now it's the renewing, it's the beginning, it's the moving forward energy for you. You've got the North Node in your sign. It is encouraging you, because when the North Node moves out of your sign, it moves back into Pisces. And so you're going to be exchanging energy with Pisces over the next couple of years. And so that will be the integration period where all the ideas and everything that's come to you is going to be being cycled through, but it's coming through your emotional energy. I do want to caution you to pay attention to what calls to your heart. What calls to your heart is super important, and saying to yourself, well, yeah, but I really want to do that, but maybe not right now. And I think maybe very soon. Following your emotional energy is what the cards are encouraging you to do. So here we go. We've got the review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgment of yourself and others. If you all right, so say you were going to be a doctor because your parents always thought you should be a doctor and you're super smart and you went through you're in freaking med school, right? You're already like working in the hospital system and everything, and you're like, man, what I really want to do is sell real estate. Totally not the same thing. Something that has to be built through the 11th house, through the community, through the networking, through you have to shift, you have to change, you're going to have to make some choices, right? But your heart really wants that. Your parents are like, yeah, you're going to throw away all that money. What? And you're going to do what? Well, we're not helping you with that, right? That's what it feels like. Like you're going to have to make a choice here to just do you. I mean, you are independent. You are brave. Your passion leads you. You get fired up about things. Mars just left your sign. Should have left you feeling pretty fired up about something. He's moved into Taurus now. In Taurus, he's over there going, okay, let's create the plan and move like one step after the other. And so following your heart is really going to be important. You have the Empress. You're looking to find out where things are going to grow next. I love this. So, time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of a luxury. And part of this taking action, though, is moving forward slowly. It is not rushing. Mars is in Taurus. It's not fast energy. It's just forward-moving energy. It's step by step by step moving in the direction of something that you want to go. You've got the High Priestess in the energy of what is draining you. What is draining you is you're not connecting in. There is a need to connect in because here in the heart space, you've got the Four of Cups. It's like the energy and the information you want is trying to come through the heart space. It's trying to come through your emotional waters. And that is why the whale is here. The whale is like, get into your heart. We have the heart with the rose in it. Open up your heart to listen to what your heart is trying to tell you. And you're in this very safe and protective zone. The dragon's got your back. But you're supposed to be singing your own song, right? The French horn, putting your own voice out into the symphony of life. And if you are a French horn, but you're trying to be in the percussion section, you're not going to sound correct. It's going to sound right, right? You got to get over to the horn section where you're appreciated. I feel like you need to move into an arena where you feel comfortable and appreciated. And there's an opportunity being offered to you. Are you paying attention? So, trust your intuition, careful reflection before taking action. Almost feels like what could be draining you also could be a little bit of analysis paralysis, but mostly I feel like you're fighting your emotions. It's slow and steady wins the race, that I just heard. Okay, so insights that come through meditation. There's time for you to go inside. And I know this because the action take is the Six of Winter, the Six of Swords. But he's on a boat, and the boat is just kind of drifting forward. It is positive changes. It's slow moving. He's not on a motorboat. I just think it's important to know he's not on a motorboat. And there's nobody else in there driving that boat either. Spirit is. He is just gliding forward. He's holding a lantern. He is lit by his own light. And I don't know where this is. And I don't even know if it's a thing now. But it feels to me like the English Channel. And it feels to me like there's a rope that goes across, and they will pull people across the channel. Now, that's what I'm seeing. And so I feel like there is a very certain pathway forward. You just have to pull yourself across. And it's hand over hand over hand. It's step by step by step that you're going to get to where you want to go. It is not a motorboat. It is consistent, persistent energy that will help you to transform the situation. Capricorn, there we go. When I said that, I'm like, where's the Capricorn energy? It's right there. Capricorn's there. When you have Capricorn energy, it is about overcoming obstacles by being consistent, being persistent, looking for the next best step to take. It is like, I have a goal here, but where's the next foothold? Where's the next handhold? How do I get to where it is that I'm going? And so this is the energy, and it's not about racing up the mountain. It's not about, zooming across the channel. It is about the slow and steady wins the race. And so this Four of Cups says not to get distracted. You're possibly failing to see a magical opportunity by being distracted by all the bright and shiny things. Instead, focus on what you want. Mars is in Taurus. That is a great way to use that energy. Focus on what you want and just move toward it. Be consistent. If you're feeling lackadaisical, if you're feeling discontented with life, if you're feeling, like things aren't going, look around. There's an opportunity, and you're being maybe distracted by your own feelings of emotional letdown or by the bright and shiny things around you. Hard to say, but I think it's the bright and shiny things because in the area of resources, we have the Eight of Wands. I think there's a lot of crap going on. There's so much activity. You're so busy trying to keep up with the pace, and right now the pace is something else, isn't it? I mean, it really is. By the time you see this, I think that I think Venus, Mercury, and the Sun will have already moved into Cancer, which will be really helpful. It will have slowed down the energy, but boy, that Gemini season was bouncy. Like, so much going on, right? Because on top of them being there, you also had Jupiter in there. And so there was just all this energy. And when Mars was in your sign, it was in the energy, it was feeding it. Air feeds fire. Well, there was just so much happening, right? And so this Eight of Wands created a lot of stress because you had a lot of things happening at once. But there is success from being able to manage that and be able to pull on the strings of things and create what you want. But I think things are going to slow down just a little bit for a little bit of time. I do want to caution you that the middle of July has some really nasty energy. And so staying focused on what you're doing and not getting distracted by what will be happening out in the world. It will be weird. And you're like, but isn't it already? It's going to get weirder, okay? So bringing yourself into balance is totally what you are being encouraged to do here, because the 2 is a card of balance. And then we have these 2 sixes, also the card of balance. And the key to the situation here is the 6 of Pentacles. It's putting energy in that returns energy to you. It's keeping the energetic exchange in balance, whether it's what you're doing financially or what you're doing emotionally or what you're doing, spiritually, whatever. Putting in the effort reaps the reward, right? If you want Spirit to tell you what to do, you have to sit down and make conversation and time with Spirit. Before you go to bed at night, 2 or 3 minutes to just express gratitude for their help, for the things they helped with that day, will start to open up that channel. Just a couple minutes. I love to use the shower because I have to be there every day anyway. It's a good time to, when I'm alone and the water's drowning out all the noises around me, to just listen to other things, just breathe and listen. And so that is a place you could start. So the good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing or wisely or repaying a debt. It is about creating the energetic balance in your life. And the 6 of Swords is also about an energetic balance. It's positive changes, a welcome relief from from troubled times, and traveling or relocating, right? It's that moving forward. Some of you may actually be moving with the 11th house showing up. Could mean that you're moving to a new community, but it's definitely step by step by step progress. In the area of what you're finding difficult, we have this 9 of Autumn, 9 of Pentacles. It says, reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, and cherishing your time alone. This is the struggle. And the struggle is, I think, that you are not getting where you want to go as fast as you want to go. And that's because right now you're not going to. Right now, if you want to get where you're going to go, you got to slow things down. You got to follow your heart, make the next best choice in the moment. Now I move here, now I move there. Pulling yourself across the channel, one hand over the other. So outgoing card, you got the Knight of Cups. This is about wishing, putting your wishes out into the universe and following what is passionate, following your passion. And you're such a passionate sign, and you're so capable, right? You have the independence and the bravery and the courage to go do these things that so many people lack. You are an initiating sign. So follow the passions in your heart. And I think it's a matter of slowing down enough to recognize where those are. What is that thing? You know, and then taking those steps. But singing singing the song of passion from your heart, right? Tooting your own horn. Okay, you have a peace ambassador of the cosmic ruby. This is definitely Cancer energy, the ruby. Be a peace ambassador. Practice cosmic mastery. It's the slowing down. But look, you also have the emerald, which is about creating finance. Mars is in Taurus. This is Taurus energy here. Create perfect health and access divine abundance, right? These sixes here are about bringing life into balance. It's the work-life balance that you have going on. It opposes. Like when you're looking... Nope, never mind. I didn't say that. Okay, so you have the cocoon of white light. Rest in perfect love, understanding, and oneness. There is a need to slow things down. Let's go back to this card right here. It says to release judgment of yourself and others. This is about forgiving yourself for not knowing everything and forgiving others for, you know, being human also. I find when we forgive ourselves first, it's a lot easier to forgive other people. But sometimes you're like, oh, but they did. And you're probably right. And I'm not asking you to excuse them. I'm asking you to recognize that they're human, and they came here to learn and grow also. And hopefully they have. And so then what did you learn from them about yourself? Because it's not about them, it's about you, really. And so what did you learn? What you're willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate. Was there anything? But mostly just realizing that they're on their own soul's journey, and for some reason your paths intersected. If it's a significant relationship, family of some sort, or, you know, it's often preordained that you guys would have this interaction because both of your souls wanted to learn something from it. So what did your soul learn? You don't have to worry what they learned. Who cares? What did you learn? And then forgive yourself for signing up for that really uncomfortable, difficult, harsh lesson. Because I think on the other side, when we're mapping out our life plan, we're like, oh, I can do that, because you can. But you get here and you don't have like the same energy as you do on the other side of the veil, where you're not restricted by the physical body, the ego, this dense energy of Earth. And so then you're like, oh crap, this was really hard. What was I thinking? Go ahead and forgive yourself for knowing that you were courageous and strong and brave, and just do it, right? And just do it. Say, okay, well, what did I learn? How did I grow? Where do I go from here? It's really about looking at things and just figuring out what's next. How do I move forward? Hand over hand over hand, right? And we have the violet flame. Invoke the cosmic diamond, violet flame, transmute all that is not love. This is what this forgiveness comes from. This is this releasing of judgment. This is understanding that if you really want to transmute the dark into the light, the cosmic butterfly here of the cocoon of white light, that's where you are right now. These big dragon wings that are surrounding you and supporting you are creating this cocoon of white diamond light for you to do some healing and to slowly move yourself forward, but moving forward nonetheless into a direction that you're much more excited about, much more passionate about, much more enjoyable to exist in. So leaving behind the old and moving forward. This Hierophant up here in the energy of what is being transformed is really about doing things for the right reason. It's really about learning the lessons. It is through the lessons, it's through acknowledging the lessons that is going to allow you to really move forward. Wow, talk about the white light. You got the white owl. Wisdom and messages of the divine are within you, and the raven, the magic. The universe is calling you. The universe is calling you to notice an important synchronicities. And here in the heart space with this Four of Cups, they're saying, hey, I think you're missing it. Pay attention. We're calling to you. We're trying to help you to see. There are messages coming through. We've got this saying, the wisdom and the message of the divine are within you, but what you're struggling with is this high priestess. And so there's a need to kind of slow things down, even though they're super busy, for a moment every day. Set some time aside, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, shower time, and listen. And I think it'll make a big difference. I just saw 2020, which is the card of this renewal. All right, guys, 2020, those are the twos, right? Like 22 is the energy of you connected with your higher self. I know this is a really long video, but it feels like they had so much to tell you. So I'm on Facebook every day. I do much shorter videos over there. I look at the energy of the day. I pull cards for it. If you leave me a comment here in this video and you visit me on Facebook and join the group, then you're in the drawing for the free reading that I give away every month for 30 minutes. You can ask all the questions you want. You guys take really good care of yourselves. Listen to yourselves. There's something important trying to come through. And I think that by the time you get into January of next year, you're going to start to get some real clarity and feel a lot freer of some of this energy. The North Node moves out of your sign January 11th. And so I think between now and then, there's a chance to really orient yourself to where it is that you want to go and to really use that energy in the most positive way possible. All right, you guys take great care. I'll talk to you soon.